I never thought $20 could change my life, but it did. And when she finally told me the truth, I realized I'd been living in a lie the entire time. My name is Ryan. I'm 26. I work as a bartender at a club downtown. It's not a career, it's just what pays the rent while I figure out what I actually want to do with my life. I'm not special. Average height, average looks, the kind of guy who blends into a crowd. I've had a few relationships, none of them stuck. I think I'm too guarded, too careful. My ex said I never let anyone in. She was probably right. The club I work at is called Velvet. It's one of those places that tries too hard to be upscale but ends up feeling cheap. Dim lighting, loud music, people pretending to have more fun than they actually are. I've worked there for 3 years. I know the regulars, the troublemakers, the ones who tip well, the ones who don't. And then there was her. She came in on a Friday night. I noticed her immediately. Not because she was dressed flashy or trying to get attention, it was the opposite. She wore a simple black dress, hair pulled back, minimal makeup. She sat alone at the bar. That's rare. Women don't usually sit alone in places like this. I walked over. "What can I get you?" I asked. She looked up. Green eyes. Tired, like she'd been crying recently but was trying to hide it. "Whiskey." Neat. I poured it, slid the glass across the bar. She took a sip, didn't flinch. "Rough night?" I asked. She smiled. "Barely." Something like that. I didn't push. People come to bars for 2 reasons, to celebrate or to forget. She was clearly the latter. She stayed for an hour, ordered 2 more drinks, didn't talk to anyone. Then she stood up, walked over to me. "Do you dance?" I blinked. "What?" "Dance. Do you know how?" "I mean, sort of." "Why?" She pulled a $20 bill from her purse, placed it on the bar. "Dance with me. Just one song." I stared at her, then at the money. "You're serious?" "Completely." I glanced around. The club was packed. My boss wouldn't notice if I stepped away for a few minutes. "Okay," I said. She smiled. A real one this time. We walked to the edge of the dance floor. A slow song was playing, something old, something I didn't recognize. She stepped close, put her arms around my neck. I hesitated, then placed my hands on her waist. We swayed, barely moving. "What's your name?" I asked. "Nora." "I'm Ryan." She nodded, rested her head against my chest. We didn't talk after that, just moved in silence. And for some reason, it didn't feel awkward. It felt right. When the song ended, she pulled back. "Thank you," she said quietly. "Anytime." She left, and I went back to work, but I couldn't stop thinking about her. She came back the next week, same night, same time, same seat at the bar. I walked over, smiled. "Whiskey?" She nodded. I poured it, she drank it, and then she asked again, "Will you dance with me?" I didn't need the 20 this time, but she gave it anyway. We danced, another slow song, another few minutes of silence. This became our routine. Every Friday, she'd come in, order a drink, we'd dance, she'd leave. She never explained why, and I never asked, but I started looking forward to it, to her. One night after we danced, she sat back down at the bar. "Can I ask you something?" I said. "Sure." "Why do you keep coming back?" She looked at me, eyes sad, honest. "Because you don't ask questions." I nodded. "Do you want me to?" She thought about it. "Not yet." So I didn't. But I wanted to. Weeks passed. Our dances got longer. She started staying later. We'd talk. About music, about the city, about nothing important. I learned small things. She worked in finance. She hated her job. She liked old movies. She didn't have many friends. She learned about me, too. My lack of direction, my failed relationships, my fear of being stuck. And slowly something shifted. It wasn't just dancing anymore. One night, she showed up different. Her eyes were red. She'd been crying. "Bad day?" I asked. She nodded. I poured her drink. She downed it in one gulp. "Can we skip the dance tonight?" she asked. "Of course." She looked at me. Can you just talk to me? About what? Anything. I just need to hear someone's voice. So I talked. About my day, about a customer who left a $100 tip, about my neighbor's dog that barks at 3 in the morning. She listened, didn't interrupt. When I finished, she smiled. You're a good person, Ryan. I don't know about that. I do. She reached across the bar, took my hand, and I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Hope. After that night, things changed between us. We started texting, meeting outside the club, coffee, walks, late-night diners. She was still guarded, still held parts of herself back, but so did I. One evening, we were sitting by the river, watching the sunset. Can I tell you something? She asked. Always. She hesitated. The first night I came to the club, I wasn't just having a bad day. I looked at her. What do you mean? I was saying goodbye. My stomach dropped. Goodbye to what? To everything. She paused. I had it all planned out. I was going to go home, take the pills I'd been saving, and just stop. Tears filled her eyes. Nora, she whispered. But then I saw you, and I don't know why, but I walked over, asked you to dance, and for the first time in months, I felt something other than pain. I didn't know what to say. You saved me, she whispered, and you didn't even know it. I pulled her into my arms, held her tight. I'm glad you stayed. Me too. We sat there until the sun disappeared. Things were good after that. Better than good. We spent almost every day together. She smiled more, laughed more, and I fell for her hard. I didn't tell her, not yet, but I knew. Then one night, everything fell apart. We were at her apartment, watching a movie. She got up to get water. Her phone buzzed on the couch. I glanced at it without thinking. A message. From someone named David. Have you told him yet? My heart sank. I stared at the screen, felt my chest tighten. When she came back, I couldn't look at her. What's wrong? She asked. Who's David? Her face went pale. Ryan, she asked. Who is he? She sat down, slowly, like she was bracing herself. He's my fiancé. The room spun. You're what? I was engaged. I still am, technically. Technically? My voice was louder than I meant. It's complicated. Complicated? I laughed, bitter, angry. You're engaged and you didn't tell me? I was going to. When? After the wedding? She started crying. I didn't know how. You didn't know how? I laughed, bitter, angry. How about the first time we had coffee, or the 10th time we danced, or any of the 100 moments you could have been honest? I was scared. Of what? Of losing you. I stared at her. You just did. I walked out, didn't look back. The next few days were hell. She called, texted. I ignored all of it. I threw myself into work, tried to forget. But I couldn't, because as angry as I was, I still cared. A week later, she showed up at the club. I saw her walk in. My chest tightened. She sat at the bar, same seat, same sad eyes. I didn't go over. She waited for an hour, 2. Finally, I walked over. What do you want, Nora? She looked up. To explain. There's nothing to explain. Please, just give me 5 minutes. I wanted to say no, but I couldn't. Fine. She took a breath. David and I got engaged 2 years ago. I thought I loved him, but I didn't. I loved the idea of him, the stability, the future everyone expected me to have. She paused. But I wasn't happy. I haven't been happy in years. And the night I came here, I was done. Done pretending. Done living a life that wasn't mine. Tears streamed down her face. You made me feel alive again. You made me want to stay. And I know I should have told you about David, but I was terrified because for the first time I had something real, and I didn't want to lose it. I didn't respond. I ended things with him 3 days ago. It's over.
I looked at her. Why? Because I don't want to marry someone I don't love. I want to be with someone who makes me feel the way you do. My throat tightened. I love you, Ryan, and I'm sorry I didn't say it sooner. I'm sorry I hurt you, but I'm here, and I'm choosing you. I stood there, silent. Every part of me wanted to forgive her, to pull her close, to say I loved her too, but I was scared. Scared of being hurt again, scared of trusting someone who lied. I don't know if I can do this, I said. She nodded. I understand. She stood up, started walking towards the door. And then I realized something. Fear had controlled my entire life. Fear of failure, fear of being vulnerable, fear of letting people in.